So this is a test video. I've been playing with an idea of a vlog and started a couple times and never go anywhere with it because my life is chaotic and my ideas are chaotic, and I don't know really why. I don't know why I want to do things and then don't do them. So maybe part of this is learning how to do what it is that I want to do and follow it to completion. There are a couple of things that I'd like to accomplish. Big, life goals. I am working on becoming a board certified behavior analyst, and it's currently the end of November, and I test in January of 2017. And my study life isn't what it should be. It's hit and miss and sporadic, and I need to buckle down and get busy, seriously busy, because that date's looming and I don't feel prepared. So I was starting to talk about big life goals. The becoming a board certified behavior analyst, that's been a long journey. I started studying psychology really in 2010, almost a year after my son was diagnosed with autism, and I didn't know what that meant for him, and I didn't know what that meant for our family, and that's just a big, long, that's a whole series of videos. But I started going to school in 2010, and this year, 2016, in May, I graduated with my Master's of Education with an applied behavior analysis concentration. And that's a huge accomplishment. It really is. And this is I'm slowly getting things done and put right in my life, but there are some things that that are just not right, that I feel like are out of line or just not where they should be. And one of weight is one of them is one of them is weight. One is my weight. I have slowly gained weight over my collegiate career, and I am at really an all-time high of 225, and it's just gross. And I look at myself and I'm like, who is that person? And I started doing this video this morning to get started, and I'm a complete mess in my pajamas and everything. And part of that is because if I wait again until I'm right, that was my boy, my oldest boy. And anyway, I was talking about starting this video being a complete mess, because if I wait until I look the way I want to look, or I've accomplished yet another goal, then I'm going to miss the opportunity to document it along the way. And so everybody has a journey, and this is the beginning of my journey, and it's going to cover a few things. I recently, I haven't been made the formal offer yet, but I recently interviewed for a position, and this will be my first, what I consider my first real job. Right now I work at the Mississippi Center for Autism, and I love what I do, don't get me wrong. I started there as an unpaid intern, eventually a paid intern, and that my supervision time is coming to an end rapidly. And I could probably stay there as long as they'll let me, but I have student loans coming due and I have to pay for them, and so I need to make more money. And I interviewed for a position about a month ago and was turned down because I didn't have the right credentials or whatever. Even though my schooling, my education, my degree is specifically aimed at this position, providing behavior analysis in a school setting. And so that kind of sent me into a little bit of a tailspin where I was like trying to figure out how to get yet another credential, maybe going back to school, and sort of in a little bit of a sense of panic, not leaning on my faith that God has a plan. And that's another part of why I'm vlogging. It's one of the areas of my life where I am feeling like it's chaotic, my spiritual life. And so that aside, I applied for another position very similar to the one I got turned down for a month ago. And it looks like they're going to make me a formal offer because they called to get information so that they can make me the formal offer. And so I'm pretty sure I have that job. And that would start in January. And like I said, this is the end of November. I'm very excited about that. But I have professional goals as well. And I feel like if I can hold myself accountable better, that perhaps I can get more accomplished. My husband's very careful about not being too critical of me because I'm very sensitive. And the least little bit of criticism from him ends up breaking my heart, and that's not his fault. He's genuinely a good guy, and he wants nothing but the best for me. And it makes me teary-eyed. Makes me teary-eyed because, and this is, part of my back history, and if this goes like I think it'll go, I'll do a little video about my history, like who I am and where I came from. Some people find it interesting, but I grew up in the foster care system, and I never felt loved. And my whole life was chasing that. And somewhere along the way, I let Christ into my heart, and I learned what real love is. And so I don't really have to chase love like that anymore. But it's still one of my areas where I'm very sensitive. So I need a better way to keep myself accountable, because that's not my husband's job. I don't want to put that on him. He tries to encourage me, but when he tries to encourage me about, let's say, just like losing weight, I feel like he's telling me I'm fat and ugly. And I feel fat and ugly, so I feel I assign to him an attitude that doesn't belong to him. And that's not fair either. So that's part of this journey, is my transformation of I need to lose weight, not just because I would like to look better, but because I want to feel better. My body's starting to break down. My joints hurt all the time, which makes it hard to do physical things. I'm so heavy now that I am considering gastric bypass surgery, and I haven't crossed that off the list, but one of the requirements is that I have to go through other weight loss attempts that are medically documented, and I haven't done that. I've done, tried to lose weight before. I have lost weight before, a significant amount of weight, but for some reason it's different now while I'm older and stuff. So weight loss is part of my journey. Professionally, hopefully I'll get this job. Professionally, I want to be the best at what I do. In order to do that, I'm going to have to be more organized, because I feel like there are things I let that slip away from me because I am not staying on them, or I say yes to too many things, and then I don't have enough time to accomplish it all. So that's part of my journey, and this is kind of a rambling video, but I have to have a place where I start. And this is kind of my start, even though I've started this before. Maybe later on I'll add a clip to one of my failed attempts, because I do have those on my hard drive somewhere. Oh, and speaking of hard drive, I am talking to you from my 27-inch iMac, which I got for my birthday because my husband spoils me rotten, and this was one of the things that I wanted, even though it was kind of out of our budget. But I did have a big birthday. It was my 50th birthday, and I wanted a big thing for my big birthday, and this was what I wanted, so I got one. I think that's about it for now. Like I said, this is very rambling, and I'll kind of like tighten this up probably in editing because I'm learning how to do that. And Christmas is coming, and I've asked for a microphone. Hopefully that will clear up some of the, like, I don't like the way the microphone records. Maybe it's just my voice. Maybe I really don't sound very good, but I want to have good equipment. Usually good equipment gives you better results. So I think that's it for my start video. So I guess I'm 50 years old. It's 2016. I have a Master's of Education degree with an Applied Behavior Analysis concentration. I am 225 pounds. That's huge. I'm only 5'6", so, and I've done this before. I have this, this was, let's not look at this ugly. Let's look at this picture. I had my 6th child, Ezekiel, in 2007, and before he was a year old, I looked like this. I lost all my baby weight and then some. And I was working out, and this is what I looked like. What happened to her? Where did she go? But I can do this. And I shouldn't have to have surgery to do it, but my body's different now, and I'm older, and my life is different, and I don't want to go up and down and up and down. That's another thing. So, I want to lose weight. I want to be more focused and more organized, and this is all personal. Like, this is all, like, this isn't about anybody but me, which is kind of like a selfish thing, and I have always been very self-conscious about doing things for myself. Like, I'm somehow not entitled to work on me, and when I do, I feel better, and I should know that by this point I need to do things for me because I want to. And really, this is about me figuring out a behavioral way to approach getting done the things in my life I want to get done. So, yeah. And I look like a mess because I wanted to get this started, and if I had to look a certain way, then this would be yet on another back burner. So that's it for me for today, and I feel good about this. Hopefully I could do this regularly and it will help. That's my idea. So that's it.